What's going on, team? What I wanted to do is talk to you a little bit about a mindset approach that I really want to introduce to everyone. I heard this other day from someone outside of work that said that their mind was their tool and that they needed to look after their mind in order to make sure that they could do their job the best that they can. Now this really sat with me, and I asked a few questions and got some answers that I really liked. And they said that without their mind being sharp, clear, rested, not overworked, getting enough sleep, all that sort of stuff, that they could do the best possible job for their clients. And I went away and I thought about that for a minute, and I wondered how that could sort of use that approach for a job as a firefighter. And so after a bit of thinking, it was pretty clear that our body is our tool. Okay, as firefighters, our body is our tool, and it's never been more appropriate for me to think like that, because without my body being rested, maintained, healthy, injury-free, injury preventable, then I can't do my job as well as I want to. And so then how does that apply then to the applicant firefighter, the person like yourself going through the process, wanting to go through the process, or thinking about applying at some point in the near future? And it's the same concept. Your body is your tool. The tool to getting you through this whole application process. If you're carrying injuries, if you're not strong enough, if you need to lose maybe some weight, maybe to gain some weight or some muscle, gain some strength, whatever it might be, get fitter, then your tool isn't the best tool that you can possibly bring to the application. And if you don't have the best tool, that if your body isn't as best prepared as possible, then you're going to find it hard to do the tasks that tool is designed to do. Now, it's interesting for me when I start to think of it like that. If I don't have the best tool for the job and someone else does, then there's a likelihood that that person's going to perform better than me, and there's a likelihood that that person is then going to either go further through the process or potentially even get a job. If that person's body physically or that tool is better equipped for the physical components and perhaps also best designed or prepared for the mental components, then that person has a better tool than I do, and it's likely that they will be more successful than me. So I believe that as an applicant firefighter is huge, because if you go into your training thinking that you're okay, that you're physically all right, that you should be able to pass, or that I've done some study and I'm kind of prepared for the mental side of things, the cognitive, the confined space drills, etc., what they're going to bring to pack day, and I'm okay for the interview, then you haven't really prepared the tool as best as you possibly can. And if you go into it with a half-assed approach, or potentially with a tool that's not as well sharpened, as well maintained, as well prepared, as well presented, then it's likely that someone who has spent that time is potentially going to do better. So I want you to think about that for a second. I want you to think about your body as the tool, and if you feel as though your tool within your body, physically and mentally, is either on the path to becoming, as sharpened as it needs to be, as well prepared as that it is maintained properly, etc., then awesome. But if you're sitting there thinking, oh, perhaps I could do more, perhaps I could train better, perhaps I need to sort out a few aspects of, maybe my routines or my daily habits or my preparation, then there's no better time to start to make the changes now. And if it's physically, you know where to go. You know that there's no better specific program for applicant firefighters than at the Firefight Academy. Okay, designed specifically for you, and proven to help you get through that process by not just myself, but also the firefighters that have done this outside of the application, but also the ones that have gone through the process and have used the program, all the tools provided by the program to actually increase their likelihood of getting through and have got through. So if it's anything else, this is also the place to go. But it's all about you identifying whether or not the tool yourself is best prepared that it can be, if it's maintained enough, etc., etc. Think about that, sit down and sit with it, and if you need that extra help, you know where to go.